It's been a hell of a week, but we made it.
Yeah, it's still here.
Once again, we
Still
made it.
here. I'd like to start the show with an apology.
Okay.
Um,
To who?
well, hold on, I'm gonna get there. I've been going through a lot lately, mentally, I guess. And last week, as you guys saw, it really got to me. And we came here and we gave you guys an episode still. But personally, I don't feel like the episode we gave you guys last week is up to the standard that I accept putting out episodes. So I want to apologize to our fans, everybody who rides with us every single week. Like, shit just got too heavy for me last week, and that's where we were at. So, my bad. Won't happen again.
I would like to start off by saying, shout out to Thumbnail Lady.
That tastes good.
Shout out to Thumbnail Lady. She graduated her master's. Proud of her. Now go do great things.
Whoa. So we don't have a round of applause.
Oh, that is.
So I just gave like the one air horn.
Okay, that's fair. So yeah, shout out to you. I ain't talking about my motherfucking week. It's just been a week. That's it. That's all. That's it.
I'm 3 weeks into this whatever the fuck you want to call it. Well, I'll just call it the downfall.
Call it a drought.
No, it's not a drought.
Okay.
No, it's not a drought. I don't know.
Spiral.
It's yeah.
That's fair. I can feel that.
It's a crazy spiral. I should a tornado at this point. Just leaving fucking wreckage everywhere.
And it's not good wreckage.
And I'm really trying to pull myself out. But like every single time something just
You gotta understand why you're there though.
Yeah.
I think
Probably
once you
never do that.
I think once you understand why, like then you'll be able to get yourself out of it, because then you'll know like, okay, this is what's keeping me here and this is what got me here. Now let me figure out how to get out.
So here's the thing. I have a very strong feeling as to why I'm here right now, right? At the same time, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do to change it. Like when I say Ocho's back full send, he's back. And it's been scary. Not for me. Well, kind of for me a little bit, I guess. But mostly for others. It's been scary since he's been back. He made his return. I'm trying to think, like, what started it, though. Because I know at the beginning of that shit, like, it was, there was definitely pain there.
3 weeks, you said?
Yeah.
I know what it was. If you say 3 weeks ago, I know exactly what it was.
Okay.
I'm not gonna voice that out here right now. We'll talk about it off camera, but I know what it is. And once I just like say like the first couple words, you'll be like, "You're right."
Pain's gonna come back.
Probably, but yeah. But I'll say it in a way where I'll try to like.
I need to add more sounds. We need like a hooray, a clap, something. Goddamn.
But yeah,
like sarcastic sounds, you know.
You'll understand. You'll realize it. I'm kind of glad like you don't know what it is, because like you're in this spiral, but like you don't know why you're in the spiral. So like I'm kind of glad that you don't know what's causing this spiral.
Because it would make it worse.
Yeah, I think you would just revert back to the root and like how you first started 3 weeks ago on your spiral.
Just
don't tell you.
Don't
right.
Tell me. Yeah,
okay.
No, just on camera, off camera. Let's just leave it alone.
Okay. That's fine.
Unless it gets like super bad to a point, then we can address it.
Okay.
I feel like some people would already feel like it's super bad,
Probably.
but we still love them though. Nonetheless,
Sometimes. Can we talk about how neither one of us really got endurance anymore?
Pause.
Hey, yo.
We just old
No, I am old
and out of shape.
and very out of shape.
And we got our asses handed to us today.
No, for sure. There's a reason like I'm so they're gonna notice this on camera. There's a reason why I'm so like leaned back hard in this couch. I could not stand up right now if I wanted to.
So Vic and I mean, as you know, we go on ventures sometimes and we do things.
It's an adventure.
And we do activities and things like that. Last time we did paintball.
Yep.
That was lit. Yeah.
That's when I acquired control of this podcast.
And
Through my very superior shooting skills.
And this time we decided to take it not a step further, but we went out on a limb and wanted to be big ass kids again.
I was about to say, can we just tell the like when I say like I'm the fun guy, I'm the party guy, really what I mean by that is I'm just a big ass, old ass kid at heart.
Yeah. Like we went out and we did what they're calling the biggest bounce house of America. Well, that's literally what it is. And they travel state to state. And
it's fire.
We went to that today.
We were in there and I was like full sending, jumping down the slide.
Bro, they had it was like 30 feet, like a 30-foot slide.
Yeah,
and
30-foot drop,
steep.
and I just jumped.
Bro, we had a ball though, you know.
We did the most physically challenging thing, mind you, right? There was a point in time, not now, but there was a point in time where I was running like 7 miles a day and, you know, in fight camps, like getting ready for fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did the most physically challenging thing I've ever done in my entire life today. Running a fucking obstacle course on an inflatable fucking bouncy house.
It was the largest.
It's ridiculous.
It was the largest bounce house, like obstacle course in America. I'm not gonna say in the world because I don't know.
That shit low key was probably about, I'd say at most a quarter mile.
Oh yeah,
I almost died.
it was so much. Like
y'all think I'm exaggerating when I say I almost died? Like nah, I could feel my heart like in the bottom of my foot.
Bro, just going through that, like looking at it, I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. I said, but I'm like, I'm gonna breeze through this.
Bro, our dumbasses thought it would be a good idea to race. So we come out of that bitch flying at the beginning. Right?
No, I should have paced ourselves.
100%. If I knew now, or if I knew then what I know now.
Oh yeah.
I might have walked that bitch.
Bro, I swear.
I might have walked.
Because I think
it might have been a speed walking contest.
The first chunk of it, we was good. We was just going, and then soon as the second part of the first half, it was like 3 different parts to this obstacle course.
Yeah.
We got to the halfway point of the first one. It was like, yeah, this ain't it. And they had multiple exits because a lot of people don't finish. A lot of people finish. We finished, but it took us probably all of what
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
At least 30 minutes to go a quarter mile.
Minimum.
Like it might have been 45. Like it was a time.
Bro, I sat my eyes down so much.
So here's the thing, like I gassed probably 3-4 obstacles in.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have no break. And you was ahead. You were in front at that point, right?
I was far ahead.
And I was like, yo, fuck it. Like, whatever. Let him have it. But like my competitive nature would not let that shit.
I was the same way.
It would not let that shit go. And then I was like, I bet. Like I saw just like a little opening and I was like, fuck it. Exert all this energy right here. Stupid fucking decision.
Bro, yeah. I gassed myself early on too. And I was like, I'm ahead. I'm going to just chill out. And then he caught up and I was like, fuck it. You got it. I'll catch up with you at some point. And then it was 2 other people behind us. And they got up to where I was. And I'm like, they got it too. It's hard carrying around 3 bills, bro. I swear. And today that inflatable whooped my ass. I ain't gonna lie. 0 me, 1 inflatable. The obstacle course.
Nah, I feel like I got the one on that versus the obstacle course. Because here's the thing, it didn't break me. Like
yeah, it didn't break
me. It tried its darndest to like make me quit, and I refuse. That's another. But
I feel like if I would have went out at one of the early exits, then I would be like, yeah, that obstacle course really defeated me.
Yeah.
But we finished. I ain't gonna hold you. We finished that bitch. I wasn't coming up out of there until I finished it though.
That's how, and everybody should know this by now. Like, I don't give up on anything, literally anything. And so, in my head, I was like, "Yo, fuck this shit." But then the other part of my brain that's like overpowering and shit was, "Hey, fuck you. We not about to quit on this."
Yeah.
So no,
my chest hurt. I think that's the most active I've been in a minute, outside of like going to the gym and stuff.
You want to know what's crazy though? So like since January, have been getting like back in the gym regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Not on no New Year's resolution shit. Just I had talked to some people or some people that are close to me, and they're like, "Hey, bro, you fat and out of shape. You need to fix something." I don't know what you need to fix, but your fat ass need to get back in the gym.
Something.
And that's when I realized like I was bullshitting a lot last year. Not really bullshitting, but I took time away from my health to give to this, and also did a lot of partying, a lot of drinking, a lot of eating bad foods, which I have not stopped drinking or partying or eating bad food. So, but I've been back in the gym since January, and I've been running lately though, like miles. Nothing crazy, maybe like 2 miles. And last week I ran every single day up until Friday hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that thing still whooped my ass. Like, I thought I'd have had a little bit better fucking endurance than that, man. That shit's no joke. I don't know. Listen, the kids got it.
Yeah, 100%.
There's something that comes with youth. I don't know what it is, and I know here's the thing, right? I'm not that old, but I'm kind of old. I'm going to be feeling this shit at least for the next week. Like, next Sunday, I might come in here and my back still be fine. I'm dead ass. You think I'm playing?
Yeah. I mean, we had, like, nonetheless, we had a ball. And, you know, it made me get out there and feel like I was a big-ass kid again. Like, a little kid again, not a big-ass kid, because I'm still a big-ass kid. But it made me feel like I was a kid again. And I'm glad this motherfucker got me up out the house to do that. For real. Because I was debating on not going.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But then, like, for one, under the circumstances that we talked about, and then just me not wanting to sit in the fucking house and just be here. Like, that's why I really decided to just like, all right, fuck it, I need to get out. But yeah, nah, we had a ball. I run that shit back. Whatever state they're going to, we'll run that shit back.
Shit, they might be No, I'm not traveling to do that.
No, I mean, I'm not.
Think about it.
I'm not traveling to do it, but like if it so happened to be in the city or state that I'm in at the time, I'm buying a ticket.
Oh no, for sure. But the reason I will not travel, even if it's in driving distance, is because driving there will be fine.
Driving back,
I'm not making it back after that shit.
Yeah,
I barely. What did we drive like? Maybe 40 minutes.
40 minutes
to that shit. I barely made it to 40 minutes home.
I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't tell you this while we was there, but at one point in that motherfucker, I sat down. I'm like, medic, medic.
That's fucking funny.
I'm like, bro, my motherfucking chest hurt. I'm like, take this bitch away from me right now. I don't want to. Give me another chest. I can't. I was sitting there like, I couldn't breathe. But yeah, no. I just that proved to me I need to actually get my shit together again so I can have fucking endurance.
Yeah, I don't know. I might just chalk that up to age.
Whatever you want to call it.
I might just say, too old for this shit.
I don't think.
But nah, I do it again.
Yeah, for 100%.
Sure. I do it again. All right, bro. I've got a situation, and I need their help, and I need your help on it, right? So here's my situation. Check me out, right? So it's this girl. Obviously, it's always a girl, right? And I think she likes me because I'm broken. Like, she will not. Okay, this is not a diss, so don't take this any type of way because I know she watches. She won't leave me alone in the sense, like, she knows nothing good is going to come of this.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows I'm not in a spot to give her anything right now. Yet she still wants to, like, pursue. To the point where I woke up to 25 missed texts talking about how much of a piece of shit I am on Tuesday. And I didn't even do nothing. Honestly, I didn't even do nothing. Just stop thinking of the situation and just answer.
What am I answering?
What do I do about this? How do I prove to her
That you're not a piece of shit?
No, that I am a piece of shit and she should leave me alone.
Wait, she already think you a piece of shit?
I don't think so. I think she just got upset. But also, the reason I say this is because I seen her again yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
After I woke up and read those text messages. And I left her alone. I told the truth. I did fall asleep. So I did tell the truth, but also, like, I wasn't about to. I did read all that, but I was about to respond like, I ain't about to read all that. That's gonna berate me on fucking my phone. You are not about to waste my free unlimited text messages to berate me. That's not what's about to happen. But then she was like, I seen her yesterday, and it started like, kind of like, all right, we ain't gonna say shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then it got to a point, and she started like, trying again. And I was like, bro, I gotta stay away. Cause I'm really not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, honestly.
Right. So to show her that you, bro, just block the girl.
That will not stop anything. Cause I'm gonna have to see this person again, right?
Just tell her that you don't want to fool with her no more.
I kind of did.
Get a restraining order.
Hold on. Okay, shut the fuck up. To be frank though, I never really fucked with her to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never beat.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Mm.
Okay, fine. I can't say nothing. Very little has happened. But I never beat, though.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know who you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I mean, right. But, like, right now, I can't even think of the name.
Word.
That's how bad it is.
Word.
And you could have told me this name 2 seconds ago, and I still would be like, who?
That's insane.
Bro, when I tell you my mind is so fucked this week.
That's wild.
Yeah, I know.
So you're just not going to help me. All right, fans, please give me some advice in the comments.
That's not what I said. I told you, bro, just get a restraining order.
I'm not doing that, and you know why I'm not doing that.
Why you not doing that?
Because if I were to take out a restraining order on everybody that I didn't want to surround myself on, then I couldn't be mad if it happened to me.
Technically, you can't be mad that it happened to you in any regard.
Oh, I can be as mad as I want. So let me just say something real quick. Well, we're on the restraining order topics, right?
Mm-hmm.
To most people, a restraining order would be like, all right, I got to chill. Let me leave that alone, right? But to me, in my mind, how my brain works, right?
Mm-hmm.
A restraining order just means do your big one.
So go to jail.
Exactly. Do your big one. Because, like, at this point, right, we're already at this impasse now, right? So there has to be a final solution now.
Mm.
Like, before, I was just playing, bae. I was just low-key driving past you. I was like, it was just on my way home.
Low key is insane.
It was on the way home.
Okay.
I took a 45-minute
say
detour
this.
to get home, but it was on the way.
I'll say this. Just tell her straight up, you a piece of shit.
I did. That's the problem.
You told her straight up that you a piece of shit.
Yes.
And what was her response?
No, you're not.
Then you hit her with your favorite thing to do. Well, let me show you.
Fuck around and find out. It's
Right.
my favorite game.
Why you ain't just go and find another female, talk to her, or make out with her, whatever? Because you known for doing that.
Am I?
You known for walking up, pulling females' hair, and then putting your tongue in their throat.
Am I known for that?
Very much so.
I didn't even know I was known for that.
Yeah. Like, show her better than you could tell her.
Can I? I'm gonna say something. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm talking to them. I'm talking to them.
Oh.
Don't judge me. Don't judge
Oh,
me.
you're not talking to me, so I can judge you.
Yeah, you can, I guess.
Right, okay.
I suppose, for content, right?
Preparing.
So you know how you was like, you walk up to a bitch, pull her hair, and then stick your tongue down the throat or whatever, right?
Because you've done it.
First of all, only with consent.
You didn't do that last time.
I'm implied consent, not like
Right, okay.
not
okay.
like verbal, but like
Straight up.
we're on that level where I can do that.
Okay. I'll ask you later. But go ahead.
Anyway, if a bitch pull my hair, bro, it's raps. You just turn me into a slut. That's my shit right there.
Insane.
Especially like you know how I've been growing my hair out and shit, but like, yeah. I'm just saying, if you pull my hair, be ready to fuck, because that's what's coming next.
Right.
Like, don't do it, and like don't get me all hot and bothered and shit, like a little hussy. Start twiddling my feet and shit. Like,
God.
You like to pull hair, huh?
I don't know how I deal with you, bro.
Get ready for this Mexican tornado
All right.
coming at you.
No, realistically. I mean, really the only thing that I can and say is just like be real, but you say you already been real with her. You say you already told her what was up. Like you really have to just show her. Like, yo, watch this. Like Usher. Watch this. Like like you just gotta show her for real.
Okay, but what if I were to say, and nobody's gonna believe this when I say this, but what if I were to say, I don't like doing that? Like, I don't want to. Okay, first of all, I don't want to prove that I'm a piece of shit. I really don't want that associated with me at all.
I mean, for the
moment,
for that particular moment, and for that particular reason, like you might just have to. You gonna have to bite the bullet on something. Something gonna have to give.
So what you're telling me is either show her I'm a piece of shit or fuck her. Those are my only two options.
What is fucking her gonna do, other than satisfy her pussy for the time being? It's temporary.
Nothing. Actually, it's gonna make things worse because after I do that,
You gonna ghost her.
I'm not gonna say ghost. Do I ever really ghost any? I can't really ghost nobody. Have I ghosted somebody before?
Yes.
When?
You go.
I didn't ghost her.
So what do you call it?
We spoke again after.
After, like, how long after?
Maybe like a week or two. Maybe like a month, actually. Like a month or two. But that's not ghosting. I like came back. We spoke again. And I tried to see, here's the thing. That was the same exact situation, but that's the first time I ever dealt with something like that. Because okay. A guy like me don't really do girlfriends for real. As a history, right? As a history, a guy like me don't really do girlfriends. So that was really the first. No, it wasn't the first time. I love every bitch and have heartbreak over all of them. It's heartbreak, Ocho. We already know this. But that was like the first time I was going through shit to this extent, right? And so when I fucked, I thought, yo, everybody say, best way to get over one bitch is to get under another one. Bet I'm gonna fuck, I'm gonna beat, have that shit out my system. On to the next, right? So I went with those intentions, and then I just like sobbed afterwards.
I mean, I would too.
I'm capping.
I would have.
Close my eyes and imagine I was fucking another bitch.
I would have cut my dick
That
off.
was the first time for that. That's my favorite thing to do nowadays.
To get up under the next female?
No. To close my eyes and pretend like I'm fucking another bitch that I'm not. Like, that's not the one.
Okay,
that I'm
let me
currently
ask you
fucking.
this. Now
up?
that you say that. So when doing that,
Mhm.
if you're thinking about this person and what they feel like, how is it possible for you to, like, you could think about it all day long, but like, how do you get the feeling of, I am having sex with this person, but I'm thinking about how this other person's insides feel? How do you like regulate that feeling?
So here's the thing, right? That's a crazy thing to say.
That is very much so a wild statement, bro.
There's a substitute, right? I have my star player, but the bench player's got to get some minutes too.
Okay.
But also, I can't even lie. Oh my god, I'm not gay. I swear. I haven't enjoyed sex in maybe 6 months.
Hey, yo.
Like, I haven't enjoyed it. Like, I'm just doing it to do it at this point.
So you just
That's cap. That one night with Shorty who ain't hit me back, I did enjoy that.
You did say that.
I did enjoy that. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of no other bitch while I was fucking her. Thought about her. You're welcome, bitch. Saying you're welcome for that is crazy.
That is.
But it was one time in the last 6 months have I actually enjoyed having sex. The rest was just
Play.
not even play. Just like
Let me get this off.
let me get a moment of refuge right here. Let me get out of my own way for a minute and get in your insides, bitch.
That's insane. I don't know how else to tell you to handle that other than what I said.
It's all right. Maybe the fans will hit me up. I be like dropping them dimes from time to time. So I feel like
Maybe they'll return a favor.
maybe we can have a reciprocal relationship. Something I'm not accustomed to. I scratch your back, you suck my dick. I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. I do say is the shit, if I do say so myself.
Is that it for your dilemma?
Yeah, I guess that's it for my dilemma. But that leads me to the question, why do women, the specific, okay, for the most part, because there's men that do it too, I guess, want to go after the guy that's quote unquote the bad guy that needs fixing? Like what in a woman drives them to be like, he needs fixing, I want him? And also, women, please stop doing that, because boy, does that make my life fucking fantastic.
So the cliche answer to this is women are used to those kind of people. And
They're used to
those kind of men that are broken down, not tapped in emotionally with their feelings. They are still dealing with some sort of trauma, whether it's childhood, some sort of depression, their feelings, mommy, daddy issues, like whatever. Some sort of trauma that they haven't tapped into, that they haven't tussled with yet. Like, and I know you always talk about like you'll never go to therapy, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. But like they haven't gone to therapy. They haven't tried to fix the problem. They just suppress the problem. But then it also draws back to why men suppress their feelings and why they just bottle everything up. The fucking cliche answer to that is people say men aren't given the space to express themselves, which I don't feel like that is true entirely. But what I do feel is that do a lot of parents, both mom and dad, I'm not just going to speak on fathers, but moms and dads do like they verbally abuse their children, more so the guys than the girls, but and it's more so when it comes to emotions and a mental thing because they want a boy to turn into a man and be mentally tough, but like
Yeah.
at the same time, if you tell these children, these boys, toughen up, suck it up, don't cry, you know, you got to be a man one day, you got to deal with this kind of stuff, and it's gonna be tougher shit to deal with when you get older.
Boy, is that true.
I mean, yeah,
Boy,
it's
is that
very much so true, but like at the same time,
facts.
it's like you are telling these boys this that will grow into men, and then they suppress their feelings, don't know how to deal with their feelings, and then they take it out on the next person, whether that's family, friends, kids, significant others, like somebody that makes somebody else their emotional punching bag. And then it's only so much punches that emotional punching bag, whoever that person is or whatever that thing is,
That's facts. That's facts.
that will they will only take so much until they can't anymore. And then that leads that man to losing family,
His bitch.
friends,
His bitch.
significant other,
Probably his
kids,
kids.
possibly a job, like something, all leading up to because he doesn't have an outlet. He don't know how to open that bottle up and pour the emotions out in a cup. So that way,
I know how to open that bottle up. It get me in a lot of trouble when I open that bottle up.
yeah, and then like it leads to drinking, substance abuse. Like it
That's
leads,
what I meant by the bottle.
right? No, I know you did. Yeah. Like it leads to all of those kind of things, and then it's like we got to find the root of why that man is suppressing these feelings.
So, do you feel like, okay, I can articulate this. Do you feel like these new kids are kind of too emotional? Also, before you answer this, I would also put myself in the new kid category.
I don't think,
Like, for instance,
this might sound wrong. I like how emotional this newer generation is, and boys specifically.
I'm talking, and I'm not, when I say kids, I refer to everybody as a kid.
Right.
When I
People
say
that's younger
kids,
than
I'm talking about, I refer to people who are older than me as kids. But that's not my point. What I mean by that is like people from probably right now, like 23 to 27, like that range. Because like, for instance, and I'm just talking about media, right? You have people like Juice WRLD, who, rest in peace, but became very popular, everybody followed him, and all his shit was emotional. Like XXX Tentacion, who else? Lil Uzi. I don't know about Cardi. I don't know what he be talking about. I don't listen to him. Rod Wave, yeah. So like, mainstream media is pushing this message right now because the kids love it. So it's relatable, I guess.
I was gonna say it's very much so relatable to people my age, people younger than me, and it's because like people always paint the picture, Rod Wave specific, because I listen to a lot of Rod Wave. A lot of his words and everything that he produces, like I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a lot of that pain in his music, and it's because of the things that I've been through similarly, and so I do feel as if I don't feel like these people, these boys, these men that are my age and even younger are too emotional per se. I'm actually enjoying, and that sounds wrong, but I'm enjoying hearing like a lot of these boys and men be emotional and like outpouring their feelings because you don't get that a lot. You don't get.
Well, now you do.
I mean, now you
it's pretty
do,
much all you
but I
get.
mean, like,
And I low key would feel like
I'm talking about like our older cousins, uncles, dads, like all of that.
nah. Like the OGs,
You don't get
the OGs
that.
not
Yeah.
going for that shit. And they'll be like, stop being so pussyfied, boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's always been a thing, especially like coming up in a certain upbringing. Like the older men are going to talk down on you for showing emotion, and they also gonna like feel a way about you.
But it's also because they are not in tune with themselves.
But we can run a fade. I don't care.
I mean,
I've been wanting to run fades for 2 days now.
that's fair. But yeah, like it's because they're not in tune with their own self and their own feelings. So, and I mean, as a person who,
And that's why they get so many bitches.
sure,
Because bitches love it. You know what bitches love? They love emojis. And they love men who aren't in touch with their feelings.
yeah, and I'm gonna say this because I've not only witnessed this, but I've heard so much about it. Certain women like that like a man that isn't emotionally intelligent or is all the way tapped in with their feelings, or as I've said before, their feminine side or their soft side of themselves as a man is because they're going to use that against you at some given point. They're going to break you down.
Shit, we can run a fade. I don't care.
They're going to break you down at some given point and try to degrade you as a man.
So you want to know what's crazy? I'll just talk about it because who gives a fuck? It's my life, right? It's my platform. When I woke up to those 25 texts, right? Shorty was trying to go really hard over shit that she thinks she knows, which one is funny, but two, you have to know the art of war when it comes to relationships and when it comes to significant others or somebody you're trying to make a significant other or somebody that you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
You have to play on insecurities. You have to. And when I woke up to those texts and I read them, I kind of laughed because I was like, now I know I hurt your feelings, right? Now I know that you care because if you don't care, you're not sending all that.
Mm-hmm.
But thirdly, anything you tried to call me out on, talk down on me, berate me on, one, everything I'm very secure about that you said. Because I know what happened. I know why. But two, like, you really don't know that much about me. Like, you targeted one little area, and I'm not bothered by that one little area.
Right.
Because, how many episodes are we at? 81?
This is 81.
We haven't even introed, and we're 43 minutes in, so we're just not gonna.
Don't worry about it.
For 81 episodes, I've been talking about the same, well, give or take, the same fucking situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Been going through it. Spilling my emotions about it. If I am willing to make content out of this situation and give the internet my feelings every single week, why in the fuck would you think I'm insecure about that? I'm the most secure about that.
Yeah.
Nobody can talk shit to me about it. It's not going to bother me. As far as you saying, oh, well, you upset about this. No shit. Have you seen my Instagram stories? Have you seen my TikTok? My repost? Have you seen any of the 81 episodes of Deuce and Nights of LV? No shit. I'm upset about that.
But yeah, kind of just reeling it back in
Try a different one.
to why these women choose these men.
The bad guys.
But the quote unquote bad guys.
Bad guys.
I mean, for one, a lot of females do go for these bad guys per se. But I'm not talking about bad guys and like thugs, people that's in the streets.
Nah,
all
they go for the thugs and the people in the streets too.
Right. But when I say bad guys, I mean like people, like just men that's not like, that's gonna screw them over emotionally.
Or as some women would call it, a fuck boy, right? They like that word, fuck boy.
Yeah. Because then like with a man not
It's not
really
offensive either.
being tapped in with his feelings and knowing who he is or whatever, then that leads to infidelity.
Mm-hmm.
That leads to sometimes physical abuse. That sometimes that leads to emotional abuse overall. Depending on who that man is and how he deals with his anger or whatever he feels, like he may lash out physically, emotionally, he's gonna lash out by shutting you, the world, anybody around him out, putting his hands on you, breaking things, punching things, like whatever he get it, potentially even using lethal force in some situations, like because that is a thing. That's real life. That's a thing.
I found that it's way more effective to hurt people verbally and through things you can say. It lasts longer.
Because for one, you can't. Once it come out, you can't take that shit back. You can say all day long, "I apologize for this."
Sorry.
Yeah, you can say that all day long, but like the fact that you allowed it to flow out your mouth is one thing to think it, but it's another to allow it to come out of your mouth because you've said it now. You may not have meant that, but you thought it. So like if you thought it, then you may have meant it in some way, shape, or form, or even the slightest bit.
You know what's the worst? When you think of some shit, right? And you know in your head, I can never say this shit out loud. Right? But then you do.
That's how it is for
That
me
shit's
sometimes.
That's how it is for me often.
Yeah.
I do that shit. I'm not going to say on a daily basis because I don't got hoes. But like, and it'll be like, I don't know why my brain works like that, where it will think of like the most, what can I say just to be hurtful?
Mm.
And it has to be true, right? Because you can't really hurt somebody with what they don't perceive as the truth.
Right.
So it has to be true and it has to be impactful. And I think of it and I'm just like, yo, don't say that shit. That's stupid. No. Like, oh, you trying to, okay. And then I do it. And then I'm like, fuck, why did I do that? But also, off of that, back to what we were talking about. Another thing I'll say is, why do women consistently pick these guys, right? This is their type. But then be all upset and play the victim when
they get
exactly what you knew was going to happen because of the person you chose, right? So you knew exactly what the fuck was about to happen. Why do you get so upset that it actually happened? Because to me, I could be completely wrong. Women, tear me up in the comments or in my social media, whatever, if you want. To me, right, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to fuck with the dude who you know is a piece of shit. To me, that just means every woman thinks it can happen to all y'all, but it can't happen to me. And I hate it can't happen to me type of motherfucker.
Because it's sure enough.
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You're going to win.
100%.
First place. Congratulations, you played yourself.
100%.
Like, come on now. Like, what are we doing, bro? If you knowingly enter into that and you get hurt, well, you got nobody but yourself to blame. You can't blame that guy for being a piece of shit because you knew he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You chose the piece of shit. You're welcome. Like, I just, and it'll never happen. It's almost like it's in women's DNA. But I need y'all to stop thinking it could never be you because it's going to be you next.
100%.
Especially these women that think like men and like think. I hate that stupid ass fucking book. Hey, Steve Harvey, legend. Fuck you.
That I ain't gonna lie. Even outside of that book, women that genuinely think like a man, those the kind of women that kind of like they irritate me in a way.
Well, here's the thing. That decreases your value as a woman. It's a double standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking a bunch of people as a woman decreases your value. Fucking a bunch of people as a man, it makes you more valuable. I don't understand why that works, how it works. Probably because women want the broken dude who fucked a lot of people.
But think about that analogy is like so fucked up to me.
Think like a man?
No, the women fucking a whole lot of people and being devalued, and then a man doing it and he's more valuable. Like I never understood it.
That's the double standard that exists in the world.
Right, but
And
like
I'm not even gonna use like any of the bullshit like key lock, stupid shit or
mhm,
whatever. What it comes down to is this, right? As men, for the most part, or just as men, in our DNA, we have core values, right?
Mm.
And loyalty is always gonna be there at the top. We want everybody to be loyal to us. We're also, as men, very possessive. Especially, I can't speak for no other race, culture, anything, but Hispanic men, super fucking possessive.
Muslims too.
Yes, I can speak for that.
Yeah.
Sound guy. But because of those core values, right? It does not matter to us. Or it does matter to us. It does not. It matters to us how many people you fucked. And if it's a lot, your value's coming down. Because I need loyalty and I need to be in possession. Once this is mine. It's forever mine. It can never go to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of great men have killed over pussy.
Yeah.
I feel like some kingdoms were built on a man killing over pussy.
Right.
Like the king took his bitch, he beheaded the fucking king. I wish you would. Right? Women, on the other hand, it's kind of like the peacock effect, right?
Mhm.
They want the unattainable. Or, okay, nobody else could lock him down. But I bet you I can. I bet you this pussy that good that I can do it. Oh, he did this, and this. He won't do it to me. I'm prettier than you.
That don't mean nothing at all.
You show me a bad bitch, I'll show you a nigga that's tired of fucking her. But that's also why I think it's different when women cheat and when men cheat. And we've been over this. Like, there's also an emotional tie to sex for women for the most part, except for you stupid hoes that think like men. And then you're dumb because it's not the same. It's not, bro. I'm tired of like sitting on my hands on this shit.
Yeah.
Right? I try to be nice for a couple episodes. Done being nice. Cause you're thinking like a man, you're gonna go fuck a bunch of dudes, right? Well, now I don't. If no offense, if Lonnie, Hector, Jimmy, fucking Stefan, fucking 12 other people all had you, why do I want you? Like, I don't know, fuck shit for real. You're not a blunt. We're not about to pass you around.
Also, I feel like a lot of these women pick these kind of men because they aren't emotionally ready for a man that they don't have to fix.
What do you mean by that?
So, like, if a woman find this quote unquote bad guy that is not emotionally inclined,
Mm-hmm.
and she's been through this cycle over and over and over,
Mm-hmm.
she's not ready to let these kind of men go because she isn't
That's
emotionally.
what she's accustomed to.
Yeah. And maybe she's also not emotionally inclined herself.
So
because she's used to having these kind of men, that's what she's always going to get until she wants to change that.
All right. Do you think there's ever a point in time where women miss out on maybe their husband or maybe like, I don't know, a blessing or something because they're too busy running around with fucking Victor that don't want no good for you?
Yes. Absolutely.
Or Victor who's still stuck on his ex?
Yes.
Or Victor who doesn't know what the fuck he's feeling right now?
Because those kind of women, because they're so accustomed to dealing with and having these kind of men in their life, and women too, but I'm gonna speak from a man's perspective on that.
Mhm.
But they miss out on a good guy that is like they check every box for a woman and whatever. And I know that's like that's almost impossible because nobody's gonna be perfect for you.
So I'm gonna ask you this question because I've been called a good guy before and I've been called a piece of shit before. So clearly there are mixed opinions on me. Does it bother you when women are like, "You're such a good guy"?
I've never heard that.
A woman's never told you that you're a good guy.
No. And
Oh damn.
I don't. Well, let me say this. I don't
Damn.
say that to be like I'm a piece of shit or like
Apparently.
anything
I didn't
like
know
that.
who I was sitting next to. I
But like,
feel like most women would say you're a good guy.
I mean,
Actually, you know what? I retract that statement. Because of this show, one, but just in general, there's like a certain perception about you, right?
mm-hmm.
You want me to say it?
Go for it.
It's that you cheat. That perception is out there in the world.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that. So you can't, in one hand, have that perception about you, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're such a good guy." They're just not gonna happen.
I think in a general sense, people think that I am a good guy.
Yeah,
But speaking from a relationship standpoint, because of this platform and how I've just blatantly put my business out, they feel like they're gonna paint the image of me just being a habitual cheater in every single thing that I get.
I liked that word.
So, I
Habitual.
mean, cool. I mean, in the sense of just in general, yes, I've been called a good guy.
But not by a woman.
Yes, by a woman.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Well, you said no at first, so I was
Well,
trying to.
I thought we was
trying
just
to
speaking
clarify.
from. I mean, technically, in a relationship standpoint, I have been called a good guy too. But I mean, under the circumstances of the failings of my relationships.
Okay, but so this is what I mean though. Like, let's say you're talking to a shorty, right?
Mm.
And like you guys are flirting or whatever, and she's like, "You're such a good guy," or like,
That's not gonna make me like.
I just
It
really
might make
like
me
that
cringe
about
a
you
little
'cause you're
bit.
such a- I hate that shit.
It's gonna make me cringe a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, cause like that's so fucking random. First of all, and why would you even say that?
I
to
just feel like when people feel that way about you, you kind of get put in a box. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a good type of box.
me? Okay.
It's like I can do whatever I want to this guy type shit. You know what I'm saying?
They think you're a pushover.
Well, yes, but also like I'm gonna get away with a lot more with him than I would anybody else. So I'm gonna step on that line,
Mm-hmm.
and if I get away with it, I might step over that line because he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's not gonna react. He's not gonna do anything. But also, what I will say is, to anybody who's ever called me a good guy, and to anybody who's ever called me a piece of shit, somebody created this.
Somebody did.
Somebody created this. I'm not saying any names, but somebody turned whatever you guys once saw into what it is now. And I love them for it. Not because I like being this way. I just, Stockholm syndrome. Sometimes you fall in love with your abuser.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep running that narrative. I like when narratives get spun about me. So maybe I'll just start spinning a couple. I can't lie. I've been doing that.
You have.
To multiple people. I've definitely done that to multiple people. But mostly like, bro, don't come at me because I'm gonna have to come back, and I'm always gonna come harder. I'm surprised you didn't hit the Ayo on that.
It wasn't directed towards me.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I get that. But yeah, I mean, when women realize that after the fact, they feel stupid. Missing out on that. But then also it's like, what didn't you do in order to not pass him by?
Well, that's opportunity cost, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, like, if you have two choices and you go with the wrong one, well, you cost yourself the opportunity on the good choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you had two shitty choices. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be a thing too.
But when there is that good choice there and you don't take it, that's literally the definition of opportunity cost. You had two options. You went with one of them. Now the other one's gone.
You know, this just popped in my head. But you know what bothers me about a lot of us men?
So why'd you include me?
Because, I mean, you may or may not have said this or done this. But when we are talking to a new girl and, like, you know, you in that stage of
so I'm not part of the us.
you in the stage of getting to know this girl and she say something in relation to like the past dudes that she's been with, her ex or whatever, whoever, whoop-de-whoop. And then the man hit her with the
I'll never do that to you.
well, that and like I'm not like them other guys.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
That shit.
Okay, pal. So here's the thing, right? If I am like those other guys, I'll own up to my shit.
You just gonna flat out tell her, like, yeah, red flag central over here.
Okay, come on now. They already know that. They already know that.
Fair.
I might as well paint myself red at this point.
Yeah.
But also, at the same time, right? If I'm not like those other guys, because there's a lot of things that I do that a lot of other people don't do.
Mm.
And there's a lot of things that other people do that I don't. So if I'm not, I'm gonna be talking my shit. Like he ain't fucking. Never mind. I'm not saying that. I said I wouldn't talk about that anymore.
You're right.
I did say that. So I won't say what I was about to say, but just know. There's some things I want to say right now that I can't.
Yeah, let's keep those tucked away.
Intrusive thoughts.
But yeah.
All right, let's rip the Band-Aid off. What's the worst thing you've ever done to an ex? Other than cheating, you can't use that one. And after they were your ex.
After they were my
After
ex?
you broke up with them. After the relationship ended. What's the worst thing that you ever did? We're waiting.
Her brother's wife. I hit.
Hold on. So what you mean to tell me is to get back at your ex, you went and fucked
I beat her sister-in-law.
Wait, hold on. You went and fucked another man's wife? That's a dangerous game you playing there.
I mean, it's so.
No, that's fine. It happened in the past, whatever. But like, that's just fucking somebody's wife is dangerous. Because here's the thing. At that point, let's meet up and die. Everything's off the table. Listen, you're dying or I'm dying. One of us are dying. We might both. There is no other way past this.
I feel like that's the worst thing that I've done to an ex. Cause and that was the only time that I've ever done something to an ex after the breakup. Even like, yeah, after a breakup, yeah. Because
But was that with intention? Well, obviously it was with intention. You went and found somebody's fucking wife. Like what? You must have hated her brother too. Like you was like, fuck you and your brother.
the craziest thing is though, I fucked with bro.
Mm.
On me, I
Well,
did.
Why'd you fuck his wife? My
It was-
name's Tyrone, and I'm here to fuck your wife. Long dick style.
Basically,
That's insane. That is outlandish.
he wasn't hitting it right. She shouldn't have came to me. She came to
She
me.
came to you.
She came to me.
Okay, there's a difference. Okay. That's a little bit different. You didn't go and seek out his wife.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
I mean, it doesn't make it any better, but
Listen,
it makes it a little bit different.
During the time that I was with this person, I knew that the sister-in-law wanted me.
Okay, but
And
can I ask a question?
I wanted her
a clarifying question.
what?
Did she want you, or was she a whore?
No, she wanted me.
So she wasn't like out here just cheating on him.
She was straight up like, I think I was the only time that she stepped out. Like on
Are they still married?
I couldn't tell you. I don't fucking know. This was years ago.
Okay. Well,
But I knew, while I was in that, I knew that was a thing, and I was like, I think I told her if I ever get the opportunity,
and then the opportunity presented itself, and she came knocking.
Taking it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Fucking somebody else's wife is crazy.
You gonna want to divorce this man when I'm done with you?
I ain't never fucked nobody's wife. Wait,
Really?
hold on. I don't think so. No, I didn't.
I think I fucked
But-
three married
But
people.
also, you know how I am.
Mm.
I don't like fucking people who are fucking other people. To me, that's nasty and that's gross. Now, if I find out after the fact, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, it's already done.
But you definitely are gonna get cut off because that's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I don't like fucking people who are fucking other people. That's how diseases spread.
That's fair.
And you know a guy like me like to fuck raw, so
Right.
it ain't only Monday Night Raw over here. We raw every day. That's the end in a Y.
But yeah. What's the worst that you've done to an ex after a breakup?
Episode 6.
Enlighten us.
Just go watch it.
Okay.
Not to keep bringing light to that, because I kind of feel like that's kind of fucking me, how much I reference it.
Mm-hmm.
But so here's the thing, right? It can't come down. Nothing that we've ever posted has come down. So that can't come down.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel bad about it. I felt bad about it. Well, as soon as I got my consequences, I felt bad about it. But I didn't realize what exactly was going to be perceived from what I said. I didn't think people were going to take it the way they took it, even though I was drunk and kind of being a little bit mean. But I didn't think it was going to go how it went when it went to the public.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, when I found out how a certain individual does feel about that episode, I did feel bad, and I did consider taking it down, but I couldn't. At the end of the day, this thing's bigger than me, so I can't selfishly take action.
Right.
Like, I feel like last episode was me selfishly taking action and giving a poor performance, right?
Pretty much.
And I can't hurt the brand like that. Sorry, I just can't. Thank you guys for joining us this week. This has been episode 81 of Do Say Nights with LV. That's for not having an intro tonight. Thank you guys again for joining us. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Put this in a chain email and blast it out to all your friends like it's 2002 again.
Please.
You know what? I might do that. I might send the link to like a random 10 numbers and be like, if you don't send this to 10 people on your contact list, then the boogeyman gonna come and kill your mom tonight or something.
The boogeyman is insane.
I don't know. You remember those texts? Like those chain mass texts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna send the link.
Boogeyman is insane.
Yeah. But I'm gonna do it off my text now. So that way they don't actually have my number, right?
Goodness gracious.
And then boom. New marketing scheme. I'm gonna do it every episode from now on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a hell of an episode with you. From the Duce Boys.
And just like that, we gone.